dusk to dawn. Isn't that the way? Everybody's got the dues in life to pay. Yeah, I know nobody knows where it comes and where it goes. I know everybody says you got the dues to know.
Good Tuesday afternoon, Jennings County. I am Jake Grider, and you're watching JCTV News. JCHS is offering credit recovery courses if you have fallen behind on credits. Here's your chance to get back on track for graduation. Key Club meets after school on Wednesdays in the library until 4. Get a pair of new shoes for showing up to school. If you have perfect attendance this semester, you will have a chance to earn a new pair of shoes. The Game Club meets on Monday nights until 6 p.m. We will only have 4 days of school this week, as we will be off for Good Friday. Next week will also be a 4-day week, as we will be out of school for April Fool's Day on Monday. Monday, April 8th will be an e-learning day, so that students can witness the total solar eclipse. We are finally in spring, but will the temps ever get back to normal? Here's your 8-day forecast.
Hola, yo soy Paula
Y yo soy Ari.
y vamos a hacer el tiempo de esta semana. La mínima será de 32 grados el jueves y máxima 68 el sábado.
Y luego habrá probabilidades de lluvia el martes, el sábado, el domingo y el lunes. Adiós.
Good afternoon, sports fans. The girls softball team opened their season with a win last night. The ladies knocked off Hauser 9-1. Kenzie Matern struck out 7 in 4 shutout innings, and Audrey McDonald followed with run in the final 3 innings. Matern was 1 for 3, hitting a triple. Congratulations to senior Julianne Woodard, who was named to the girls basketball All-State team, as one of the final 5 finalists for the Miss Indiana basketball title. On the college level, March Madness began over spring break. On the women's side, the 4th-seeded Indiana Hoosiers knocked off the 5th-seeded Oklahoma 75-68. Mackenzie Holmes scored 29 points and now advances to the Sweet 16. On the men's side, there are 2 teams for Indiana in the tournaments. Number 1 seed Purdue had no troubles with 8th seed Utah 106-67 and now advances to the Sweet 16. The Boilers will now face the 5th seed Gonzaga on Friday. In the NIT tourney, the number 1 seed Indiana State beat Minnesota 76-64 and will now face the 2nd-seeded Cincinnati Bearcats tonight. That game will be on at ESPN at 9 p.m. On the national level, the Reds will kick off their season on Thursday night with a home game against Washington at 4 p.m. at the Great American Ballpark. NASCAR had the Echo Park Grand Prix this weekend, and that was won by William Bryan. Here's a look at this week's sporting events. On Wednesday, the softball team will play against Beech Grove. Game time is 5:30. You can listen to that game on our school channel at WJCP Radio. That's the latest in sports. Now to birthdays and lunch menus.
Here's Miss Hill's quote of the day.
Today's challenge is buy a coffee for a stranger today.
Mr. Stewart's class has Today in History.
My name is Patrick Young, and you're watching This Day in U.S. History. On this day in 1997, following an anonymous tip, police enter a mansion in California and discover 39 victims of a mass suicide, 21 women and 18 men. Of varying ages were all found lying in matching dark clothes and Nike sneakers and had no noticeable signs of blood or trauma. It was later revealed that the men and women were members of the Heaven's Gate religious cult, whose leaders preached that suicide would allow them to leave their bodily containers and enter an alien spacecraft. And that's a look at this day in U.S. history.
Don't have cable TV? We can be found on YouTube at Jennings County High School News Channel. Our news program can be seen Monday through Saturday at 2:56, 5:30, 7:30, and 9 p.m. And then it replays the following day at 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. Does your nonprofit group have something to announce on our school channel? Send us an email at tv@jcsc.org. That's all for us. See you again on Thursday's show.